Hello, in this tutorial I would like to talk to you about how to manage users and user account preferences. This user that is logged in presently has the user privilege to be able to manage user accounts. When a user has the privilege to manage user accounts, they would find the user settings. When you come to general settings, here under general settings you have users. If you don't have the privilege, you will not find this menu, or perhaps you'll find this menu but you will not find the users page. I'll open the users page. Now this user has multiple subscriptions. I will come and talk about multiple subscriptions shortly. But I would like to go into the user's account just to explain the user preferences. This user has their personal details here in their user account. First name, last name, their mobile number, their preferred email for notifications. Then there is also this option for setting, or let me say linking the user's account to an employee account. One might ask, what is the purpose of this? The purpose of linking the user account to an employee account is to be able to get involved in HR related activities. Think about it this way. TotalEnterprise allows a company to manage its employees using the HR people management module. So a company could have 50 employees. However, it isn't so, or it isn't always the case that all employees will have a TotalEnterprise user login. So the HR manager could actually be managing all the 50 employees with their one account. Let's say Samuel here is a HR manager. Samuel has access into the TotalEnterprise dashboard for this company called moreprofitablethangold.com to manage all the employees in his organization. So he could have 50 employees, he could grow his organization into 100 employees, and so on and so forth. There is no limit as to how much data Samuel can capture when it comes to HR, or the number of staff and their records and so on and so forth. So Samuel will just go under the people menu and go into personnel and just capture the details of every personnel. He can do that. He can capture 1,000 records, 2,000 employees. There's no limit to that. But for an employee to have access into TotalEnterprise, they need to have a user account. Obviously, they have to have a username and a password. And for that to happen, that employee must be set up as a user. Now, when an employee is set up as a user, how do we know that this user is an actual employee of the company? That is where this employee account field comes in. So this user preference enables us to connect a user account in TotalEnterprise to an employee file, so to say. To put it another way, if I was a consultant to More Profitable Than Gold, okay, I might just be providing a service to More Profitable Than Gold. And for that reason, maybe for a short time, Samuel chooses to give me a user account. Now, that doesn't make me an employee of more profitable than gold. I believe that makes sense. So there is a difference between having a user account in TotalEnterprise and being an employee of the company you are using TotalEnterprise to manage. And the way we create a connection is that with the employee account preference, you can connect a user account to the employee account. I believe that this helps you to understand what this employee account option is used for. Now, once you've connected the user account to the employee account, any HR related activities that this user, Samuel, must be able to see on his dashboard will begin to show, because then we're able to tell that, okay, this user is actually this particular employee. So let's show Samuel all the things relating to his pay slips, his welfare, his leaves, and so on and so forth. So that is with the employee account preference. Then we also have the account status preference. A user can have an account in here to log in, and yet the account is inactive. So this option allows us to deactivate a user's account. Maybe for one reason or the other, the user is no longer in the company, but you would want to keep the audit trail of all the things this user has done in TotalEnterprise. Rather than deleting the user account, you would come and deactivate. You would make his account inactive. And once you do this, it will send an email notification to the user telling them that their account has been updated. There have been changes in their account. This also helps if there's been some unapproved changes to a user's account. A user is able to tell that there have been some changes to their account. By the way, all notifications are sent to the user email, not to the username. So anytime the user will also like to update their email preference or their notification email, they would either send you the admin that information, then you can do it. But this is where you update a user's notification email. You change the user email, and once you do that, the user will begin to receive emails at this new email address. So I'm going to move this account status back to active. And then we also have this preference, very important preference, called default company. In the event that a user has access to multiple subscriptions, the default company preference enables you to indicate which dashboard this user by default has access to. So in this demonstration, Samuel has two subscriptions. One subscription is for more profitable than gold.com, which is a farming company or an agricultural company. And then there's also a subscription for Net Farms, which is an actual farming company. So these two companies, Samuel is able to log into their dashboards. Now notice that Samuel wouldn't have to have two user accounts to log into more profitable than gold and Net Farms. So with his one user account, he needs to be able to log into more profitable than gold.com and Net Farms as well. So when you set the default company option, it tells TotalEnterprise that anytime this user logs in, the first or the default or the initial dashboard to show to the user is what has been specified over here. So for purposes of demonstration, I will change Samuel's default company to Net Farms. And just to confirm that these changes are authorized by Samuel, I'm required to put his password. And so I can just put a password there. I'm just going to put a password over here and save it. Great. So user account changes have been updated for Samuel's account, and now anytime I log in with Samuel's account, the initial dashboard is now shifted from moreprofitablethangold.com to NetFarms. So this is how easy it is to switch your default company. If you have a user account and your one user account, you have subscribed to different plans for your different companies. You have more than one company you're managing in TotalEnterprise. With your one user account, you can define what your default company should be. In other words, this is the first company I always wake up, when I wake up, is the first company I want to get to know about what's going on with this company. Now, when your focus shifts in management and you start to look at another company more often, you might decide that, oh, rather than coming back to switch, maybe my focus has switched from NetFarms to more profitable than gold. And so rather than always coming to switch dashboards, which you can do at any time you want, by the way, all you need to do to switch dashboards in TotalEnterprise, you come to the upper right corner here where you say you have welcome Samuel, and then you have the company that he's currently logged into. If I want to switch the company I'm currently logged into, I can click on the company name, and then this switch company dialog allows me to switch from more profitable than gold to NetFarms. Alright, so here I am in NetFarms. Now Samuel's account allows him to manage either company users from any of the dashboard. So he doesn't have to be in more profitable than gold. I don't have to be in more profitable than gold.com to manage more profitable than gold.com users. I am already logged in with my user account, so I can come to general settings, go into users, and here I have access to all the users for more profitable than gold as well as NetFarms. So what I want to do here is I want to switch back Samuel's default company to more profitable than gold and log in again so that we can see that effect of the default company preference. Great. And so I can log out and log in again as Samuel. And here we are. You can see the dashboard here is for more profitable than gold.com. So this is how to set your default company preference as a user